But what kind of video you got for us to break down?
Do you know who this guy Brady is?
Mitch McConnell. Yeah, I've heard of him.
All right, you know what he done yesterday?
No, what did he do?
Let's check it out.
Troubling incident for Mitch McConnell.
You hear?
What are your thoughts on running for re-election in 2026?
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
Then the 81-year-old Senate minority leader stood silent. An aide steps in.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Still just a blank expression.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator Benny.
A member of his security detail comes forward.
Come with us. Okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
Last month, McConnell froze for 23 seconds before being escorted away. He returned shortly after, telling reporters, "I'm fine."
Senator.
Now, another freeze. We spoke to neurologist Dr. Leah Kroll.
It's clear that a neurologic event of some kind happened, and for it to happen more than once is worrisome.
President Biden was asked about the McConnell incident today.
He's a good friend, and so I'm going to try to get in touch with him later this afternoon.
All right, Brandon, do you feel sorry for this guy?
Do I feel sorry for him? No, I feel sorry for us because we got somebody like this in the damn Senate. but Biden went to sleep recently. They tried to act like he wasn't asleep. He was just thinking about stuff or praying. Biden be going to sleep. He's got some real mental issues going on, and they
don't call these. It's medical.
It's medical. Either way, it's just weird how we just elect older people to have these jobs, and we don't know what's on their mind or what kind of way they want to vote. But
we know what's on his mind. I'm gonna tell you about this man. But
what's on his mind?
Let's watch this right quick. Here's from last month.
The NDA this week has been good bipartisan cooperation and a string of
look at they just. It's not funny, but
Brandon, if you know what this man done to black people,
well, can you break some of that down?
All right, Mitch McConnell right here.
Mm-hmm.
His sole job, in my opinion, was to continue this Nixon theology.
Okay.
That black people are worse, bad, and let's keep wonderful people in power.
Right.
Case in point, when Donald Trump was president, this guy, his mission during his presidency was to fill all federal judges' seats with conservative white men, to fill all the Supreme Court seats with conservative people. So when laws come up that try to change or move America, they got to get through these very powerful, wonderful people to pass. And these seats do not expire. They change when somebody dies or resign.
Right.
During the Obama years, this gentleman, Obama got elected. The first day he got elected, this man said, "My number one job is to make this guy a one-term president." Let's hear it.
Our top political priority over the next 2 years should be to deny President Obama a second term.
All right. Now, Brandon, before I get to that, now watch his expressions when they ask him this question.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That were great-great-grandfathers were slave owners in Alabama before the Civil War, and has that revelation caused you to change your position on reparations?
You know, I find myself once again in the same position as President Obama. We both oppose reparations, and we both are the descendants of slaveholders.
Now, what you were saying, you know, your grandparents was descendant of slave, or did you see that smile?
Right, he started
smiling on his face.
Right, and tried to hide it a little bit, but
yes. Right, is that something to be bragging about, Brandon?
No. It is if that's what it is. If that's how you really feel, you want us enslaved.
This is the same man that said blacks vote just as much as Americans.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, wonderful people.
Wonderful people. But no, he said Americans. But he separated American and black.
Mm-hmm.
And his policies was try to keep beautiful people always in a second class position.
Yeah.
And his policies, this man could die tomorrow. Hope he goes to hell. His policies will be good, strong for about 60 more years.
Mm.
That strong to keep a minority group of people in power, controlling everything.
And keep us down.
To keep us down. President Obama, I don't too much like the guy. Well, I don't dislike him. He really do nothing. Yeah. He had 2 years to do stuff. Everything else was blocked by this man here.
Mm.
President Obama, so the weakness of President Obama, he had the opportunity to select a Supreme Court judge, Brandon. And this guy right here, Mitch McConnell, said, President, your office is going to be up in a year.
Mm.
Give these people, give the new president or the people opportunity to pick who they want to.
Right.
President Obama agreed with it and let it go.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think he was scared? Do you think they had stuff on him? Because he just kind of played it safe this whole presidency.
Well, President Obama was soft, man.
Mm.
He's soft. So he was a plug. Somebody plugged him up, and it won't never be a beautiful vice president, beautiful president that is 100% beautiful.
Right.
I mean, American homegrown beautiful.
Right.
Because imagine if I be president, I get up in there. I do.
You gone.
No, I do 98% of what the regular president does, but I'll go help out that 2%.
Right.
I'll go help out that 2%, and they'll probably have to kill me too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll be out of there. They'll make sure they get you out of there.
Because the president don't run anything. It's other people run it.
Yeah.
So
did you see what Biden was saying? Not trying to skip over this, but did you see how Biden was saying, don't worry, I got your back. I'm going to be taking care of the Americans. I know things are hard right now, but I haven't forgotten about you.
Who are you talking about?
He said a tweet. He sent a tweet out to Americans. So do you feel like he's going to be doing something? This is just to try to start his campaign for the next election.
Biden said this man is his friend.
Mm-hmm.
I just told you about this man happens.
Right.
That tells you who Biden really is. He wants one demographic has all the control.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't believe that man. Even though he may be my boss, we can't believe that man.
Right. But like I say, I
did vote for him though. So if
right. Right. So and like I said, I voted for Biden too, but I guess I just didn't think it was going to be this bad. And well, you're not saying you have to talk about who you're going to vote for this time, but are you going to be voting for Biden? Are you going to be voting for Trump? Maybe if he's on the ballot, or are you just undecided?
I go vote for whoever reaches out to me and say, I'm going to do this.
To your people, to beautiful
No. I'm going to vote. Actually, that's wrong. I'm going to vote to any candidate that says, wherever Lewis say, I could do exactly what he says. That's who I'm voting for.
Okay, I got you.
Did it ever happen?
No.
So we don't need to vote, do we?
No.
But you have to be careful. Voting is very powerful.
It
because
is.
Your local people, they ain't really gonna do nothing for you, but sometimes local people do make a difference.
Yeah. So do you think it's best to just mail in a vote, go vote to the polls, or don't vote at all? Because if everybody doesn't vote, we definitely don't have a say so. Just to end this topic, what you think? What would you tell our audience? Should we vote?
I would tell your audience, do what's in your best interest. Okay. And it don't make a difference mailing in your vote or voting in person. It's most likely it's all gonna get counted if you fill it out correctly.
Okay, I thought you was gonna say it was not gonna get counted. But go ahead.
Brett, it's only one president that tried to stop that.
And who was that?
That was Donald Trump.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm just messing with you.
So let's do here. The election's in November. that July
But
and
which
June,
time? At which time? Because they were saying when he won, it was an issue.
No,
when
this
they
is-
said
this is-
when he lost, it was an issue too. So which
no,
one?
this was between Trump and Biden.
Mhm,
See, here's what Trump done
mhm.
on a federal level. He don't the federal government control the post office?
Yeah.
So several months before the elections, he
Right.
ordered to remove those damn machines, the process machines.
Right.
So when you used to get a mail in 2 to 3 days, now it took 7 days to get the
Right.
mail.
Right.
So
that's not illegal, but that's shady business.
That's
I guess
that's not illegal, but it's shady business.
Right. I think that go back to the Jay Morrison thing when we were saying it's not necessarily illegal what he did, but if you have to read what's in the contracts and read what you're donating to, and do some research on who you're giving your money to.
And say no overtime. And say remove those machines and no overtime. All right. So it just bottomed out the process.
Right.
At the same time, this was happening. Brandon was in a state called Georgia.
Uh-huh.
They say in Texas, they say, okay, they're gonna mail in the votes, but we need to make laws that the drop-off points, each instead of having 10, 20 in the county, let's make it 1. So a place like Houston got 5 million people. Everybody needs to use this one little box.
Right.
You see what I'm talking about, Brandon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But see, they did that with laws, because laws could be crooked too.
Yeah. But I think that's what people don't understand. Like, just because a law is a law, don't make it wrong or right. You know what I'm saying?
It's a person who makes the laws. Now, Jesus did say one thing I don't like. And don't he say follow the laws?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna just take your word on that.
Yeah, but sometimes them laws ain't good.
Right. Depending on who the lawmaker is. Like we still got some. I'm pretty sure there's still interracial laws that saying you can't do that in some of our law books, I'm sure. Because I don't think they overturned all that stuff.
Maybe could have been Mississippi, could have been the last one. And they could have now this is hearsay. They could have done it in 2008.
Okay.
2009.
But I'm just saying, at one point that was illegal still, on the law books. But was people still doing it? Yeah.
And it still is illegal.
So it still is illegal, you think?
Let somebody call the cops. And it'd be 2 people at the house, one beautiful, one wonderful. It's legal on the books, but but you about to have some preferred treatment about to happen to you.
Right, correct. I think we need to go down the list of wonderful, beautiful, all those, and put that on our community post so people know what we're talking about. Because I think that's a smart idea. But
that's how I got that from my sister when my nephew was like growing up. They take anything they hear.
Yeah.
So the code them out. They'll use those beautiful people over there. So he won't know what they're talking about.
Right.